So I'm sitting here looking at a document, a book, an ebook that I wrote. At the time of right now, going on at least a good 6 years plus. Yeah, at least. And I'm remembering now the impact this information has. I haven't forgotten it, but in this particular format, I'm remembering the person I was at the time in which I wrote this, and how fervent, how evangelical, how passionate I really was at that time about this principle that this book is governed around. And it's BodyTalk. And I haven't revisited it in quite some time. But I'm thinking that the time is now to revisit it. Not so much just for me, but for you. For everyone connected to me. For everyone who crosses my path. The book is entitled BodyTalk: The 9 Principles Needed to Unlock the Health and Body of Your Dreams. And I wondered why, after the completion of this book, I put it up, I got it on places, it's online, it's on Amazon, it's on Goodreads, on the different platforms, but I never could, shout from the mountaintops, hey guys, I got something for you. It's kind of golden. I knew what I had, but I had not completed the life cycle of what I needed to learn because of it. There were still many lessons that I needed to learn in that very, very last part of your dreams. That part had to be actualized to a whole different degree than I had tasted up until that moment in time. Up until that moment in time, I had the comfort in my body had begun. And I remember having a Saturday specifically in August. And that was August of 2012 or 2013. I think it was 2012. I felt really, really good. It's like the first time I felt my proportions start to feel like, oh, this is nice. And then I had lost it to a degree just due to life. But then now, in the season I'm in now, it's forever. This is my forever body now. I'm never going back. I've gone to the last part of the progression. So what is that progression? What is it that I see as I sit here and I look at these pages and I read through the content? BodyTalk basically is the foundational, in my opinion, the foundational language of your body in relation to you, your food, and your goals. There's a through line. There's something there is this communicatory element to everything that you do. And your body is always talking to you. The problem is, in many regards, many times we're not cognizant of what it's saying, nor have we spent the time to understand the language of our body and through a particular frame of reference, and then use that to help us move and scale this mountain more effectively and efficiently. And that's what I've indebted myself to. And in the doing of that, it have allowed me to taste the higher fruit of this tree, the higher fruit on this mountaintop. But it's not just for me, it is for everyone. Because we all have not only the ability, but also the innate, deep-rooted fire and flame that really calls for us to do so. You felt it before. We've all felt it before, that nagging, that poking, that prodding, that get up. Put that down. Drink more of that. Move, go for a walk. Stop arguing. You've felt it before. You've heard and felt your body talk to you. But after a while, not listening, it kind of takes a back seat and allows you to drive. Because no one gets feelings hurt no more. Imagine you being in a relationship and your spouse never takes any of your suggestions, never listens to anything that you say, or they do sometimes only when it suits them. That's how your body feels, like a slighted spousal stepchild, if that even is such a thing. With that being said, BodyTalk is the foundation. When you understand these 9 principles, BodyTalk allows you to put yourself in position to really understand the foundational things that we all need. This is ground zero. So the thing is, we're trying to win at a game, but we don't understand the rules of ground zero. We want to get to level 10. We want to get to level 50, level 500, but you don't understand ground zero. But ground zero is the foundation. You can call ground zero the foundation, the cellar, the earth beneath the earth, down to the core of the earth that sits below you. That's what BodyTalk is. The next level up from that, as I think about it, is your commitment 10. Because now that you understand the game, now that you understand the rules to the game, it's time for you to commit to the game. And we transition into locking in on your commitment 10. That covenant that you're going to make with yourself, that's going to take you from your current comfort zone and stretch you into your learning zone. And from your learning zone, expand ever increasingly every single day in some meaningful, mindful way until you start reaching out and expanding beyond your current learning zone and into your panic zone, which now becomes your new learning zone. And now your new comfort zone is now your new learning zone. And you just keep building. But those commitments you make to yourself, that covenant you make with yourself, those are the ladder rungs that are going to pull you, push you, help you, assist you in the moving forward, the moving upward, forward progression on your journey. That's what is so important. When your commitment's so weak, so is your journey. You can't take a strong step, a confident step on a weak commitment. It has to be strong. It has to be powerful. It has to be meaningful. And it has to stretch you. The next layer up, the next level up from there, as I see it, we had our BodyTalk foundational. We have a commitment 10, which now sets the rules and the framework and the infrastructure of the machinery of the vehicle that we are going to use and how we're going to use it, how we're going to drive. We're going to have that thing locked in. We get really good on our commitments, on our declaration of independence of who we currently are to who we desire to be. It's your declaration of independence. Declare it strong. Declare it powerfully. The next layer up from there, the next level up from there is the work. The work is the work. When I finally realized that, when I finally got to the place where I understood that there was no sidestepping the work, that there was no negotiating with the work, that the work wasn't going to come down to where I was, that I was going to have to stretch up and pull myself up to where it was. Bentleys are never on sale. Bugattis, you see what I'm saying? Like that higher thing, that top shelf thing that you really, really want. Once I realized that thing was not going to come down to where I currently was, and that I was going to have to expand and stretch and push and pull and cry and fail and suffer just a little bit more before I was in position to be the proper steward over that next level top shelf thing. Once I realized that, I stopped looking for the excuses. Once I realized that, I stopped looking for the shortcuts. Once I realized that, I stopped wasting all this energy, making up all these excuses, doing all this rational lies. And I took all the energy and funneled it into what my assignments now are. I need to train without wavering, like a monster, every single time I walk into the gym. I realize I don't go to the gym. I train at the gym. People go to the gym, work out. You ask me if I'm going to the gym. No, I'm going to train. At the gym, right? I'm going to train. It's just a different mindset. It seems not that deep, but it really is that deep. I locked in on the training. I locked in on the cardio. Realizing what my bare minimum was, that I had to do at least 4 sessions a week to maintain a consistent progression. That I had to get past the fact that I hated it, the fact that it made my stomach turn. Literally, my stomach would get sick. I'd feel nauseous thinking about cardio I had to do that night after I finished work. I locked in on nutrition. It wasn't just about shows anymore. I'm thinking you eat this way just because you want to compete. No, you eat this way because you want to thrive. You want to be optimal. And this lifestyle, this feeding, this mindfulness that you are when it comes to your food and your macros, it makes the world of difference. It changes the game completely. And if someone tells you otherwise, they are lying to you, or they're just uneducated in this arena, because it makes the world of difference how and what and when and where you eat. It makes a difference. And I locked in on that food. And then the last part I locked in on. I locked in on my mindset. I don't know why I think about that. It gets me emotional right now. I guess I'm thinking about everything up until this point in time. All of the setbacks, all of the frustrations, all of the people I had to say, shut the fuck up. It's my goal. It's my dream. I'm not asking you to do anything for me. So why do you care so much? How hard I push? Why I get up so early? Why the fuck do you care? What does it mean to you? Why does it mean anything to you? This is my goal. This is my life. And when I die, I will die on my own terms. When I die, I will not die sick with cancer. When I die, I will not die weak. When I die, I will die powerful. I will die strong. I will be present with my family for many generations. I will be the wisdom that's able to speak to generations to come. I will be a father to my children forever, as long as I choose to be. I'll be the best partner to my mate, to my baby girl. This is the work. I had to work on my mind a whole lot, because life will just test you. People will test you for no apparent reason sometimes. Mind your fucking business. This ain't for you then. You don't want it? Fine. Don't stop me. Don't be a stumbling block in my path. Move out the way. This is reserved for the children of the Most High, because they know inside themselves that divine spark that they have. That you can't let that thing be covered. You gotta let that thing shine bright. And it only shines the brightest from the top of the mountaintop. I can't stay at the bottom and be a child of God. I can't stay at the bottom and proclaim to be who I am to be. I have to stand at the top of the mountain. Not by myself, but with my tribe. But I had to start with me. Not in me. My ancestors are with me. To the left of me, my past, present, and future. To the right of me, my past, present, and future. Behind me, my past, present, and future. And after the work, when enough of it is done, you go into the next progression. Transcendence. That is when you go beyond the veil. That is when you go beyond the societal norms, the upper standards of the societal norms. Even amongst those who are quote unquote elite, you can now transcend your genetics. You can now transcend your old programming that you once held you captive. You can now transcend the old habits. You now transcend the old liabilities that you used to have. You now transcend the excuses. You now transcend all of the rationalizing, and you now elevate. When you are able to transcend, you are able to ascend into a higher order of living. But you have to, if this is your goal, you have to commit. to not only yourself, to the journey, to every setback, to every success, to every frustrating moment that's going to come, and they're going to come, they're going to come, they're going to come, they're already coming. The question is, are you going to be stronger when they hit you than the last time? But the foundation of it is body talk. Understanding these principles. Principle 1, macronutrients are king. Principle 2, thermogenesis. Principle 3, small feedings at 80%. Principle 4, nutrient timing. Principle 5, macros in disguise. Principle 6, calories. Principle 7, water. Principle 8, sleep. Principle 9, consistency is queen. Now you could argue that there's more. I didn't say anything about cardio, about training. That's a given for the child of the Most High. You're not asking, oh, do you work out? Of course you work out. You're already on the mountain. You're already working at its craft. You're already working at your physique. You're already working at being a better steward over your body. This here locks in on the 9 things. We lock in on these 9 things in conjunction with already showing up. It will change how you show out. I'm grateful for my journey, but now I'm going to be even more grateful for helping to mold the journey of others with sound, simple, powerful information that could augment and change someone's life forever. How do I know that? Because it has changed mine indefinitely. I can't unknow what I've learned. And I'm just so excited to keep going through the cycle of body talk, commitment 10, transcendence, ascension. You cycle again, because at each new level, there's a new level of body talk. I didn't know this until recent. Over this past year, I've been learning a whole new language of body talk. My body talks differently now. Now the previous grades still apply, but now it's like going from elementary school to middle school, or from middle school to high school. And then from high school to college, there's always another degree. Even after your collegiate studies, there's still other things you can do and things you can learn and things you can come to understand about yourself from an education standpoint. So if you think you have arrived, you have missed something. But there's so much more. Dig deeper. That is, if you really want to get to the top of the mountain. If you're happy where you are, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to change something, then you got to change something. I am so very grateful and thankful to myself for not quitting. And to my family, just for being how they've been and the support. And to the Most High, for always allowing that flame to burn, regardless of what life threw. The flame never went out, even in the weakest moments. Thank you, Most High, for allowing and sustaining me. I'm conscious of you. I'm cognizant of you. Not only in my breath, but in my heartbeat, but in my step, but in my thoughts, and in my actions, and in my intentions. Let's have some fun and bless a lot of people. I'm excited for it. Let's go. The work starts now.